Yeah.
I was too busy chatting.
You're good.
So sorry. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm Lisa McLean from the great state of Michigan. Go Blue. Thank you all for being here. And thank you all for what you do. In this day and age, it is critical that we can work together with friends and allies, especially in the business community, the healthcare community. It is critical because we are truly stronger together than we are divided. And I think it's easy for us to focus on what does not unite us versus what does unite us. And we have a lot in common. So first and foremost, I want to thank my colleagues across the aisle, because in order to get any substantial legislation moved, you have to work together. My goodness, don't put it on social media because we'll all be, ridiculed. But at the end of the day, coming from a business background, I was just talking with my colleague from Arizona, it used to be, I got about 80% of what I wanted, you got about 80% of what you wanted. We both wish we got more, but at the end of the day, it's a good deal and we're all better off. And that's what we need to focus on, is what can we work on together to move our relationship and our alliances forward. And there are things that we can do. Alliances forward. And there are things that we can do. So I want to thank you for putting this together. I love my Michigan representation. Thank you for doing all of what you do to make this country.
Pakistan and now we're going to USA. Whatever Pakistan and now we're going to USA. Whatever we can do to improve ties between the two countries, we are here to support you. And thank you for doing all the great work. And recently we have some issue which we presented to Mark, and Mark's staff took care of it within a few days. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sharif. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll be very brief. I just want to make sure I drop by and pay respect to PACPAC and the work it does on behalf of the Pakistani diaspora in the United States. And as this country, our country, the United States, contends with the challenges abroad, whether we're dealing with Ukraine, whether we're dealing with the economic challenge posed by China, that we're upholding a global economic rules-based order, rules-based, and that we never pursue our interests from a position of fear and insecurity. Why not? Because we can rest on the strength of the diasporas of so many different nations that connect us to allies. Allies are the strongest suit and the strongest hand that America has to play. We have to remember that it's our alliances. And what is that alliance always based on? A respect for human dignity, human rights, a respect for democracy, and paying attention to this alliance, and that my office is here to serve Pakistani Americans and all Americans. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome our congressman from my district, Congressman Dale Kildee. He represents the Michigan 8th District.
Well, thank you. I'll just say a couple of things quickly. First, and most importantly, to express my appreciation for your help. As many of you may know, I had a difficult election in this new district that was redrawn as a part of our redistricting process, a very competitive district. And PACPAC stepped up and has been enormously helpful, and I'm grateful that you contributed to giving me this opportunity to continue to serve in Congress. But to say a couple of other things. One, some of you may have heard me say this before, I succeeded in Congress. 10 years ago, my uncle, Dale Kildee, retired from Congress after 36 years. I mentioned him because when I was a young child, I knew that there was the United States because I lived in that country, and my friends are candid with one another, and I think we all have to acknowledge that one of the goals that we all share, those of us in this room anyway, is to improve, increase the relationship between the governments of the United States and Pakistan. We have some work to do. And we have some work to do within the United States government to address and approach our relationship, I think, in a more productive way than we have recently. There's been some positive signs lately. Certainly what Pakistan's experienced, in the last several years, the terrible flood, the economic issues, right now, issues around energy. We need to be a better partner and a better ally and a better friend and find a way to find the common ground that we all try to seek with our communities across the globe. I think we all need to commit ourselves to do that, and you have been very good in making sure we understand those issues, and I'll do everything I can to do my part to make that reality. So thank you so much for your advocacy, thanks for your help, and thanks for reminding me of one of my earliest lessons in life about Pakistan itself. Thank you. And I'm not a cane because I had surgery conducted by somebody some of you may know, Dr. Wahid Akbar from Michigan. Yes.
په سرمایه‌کارۍ باندې بهترین منافع ته زموږ سرټیفیکیټ پروګرامونه ارزان هم دي کوم چې ستاسو مهارتونه مضبوطه کولو کې او علم زیاتولو کې مرسته کوي. د ټولو نه غوره برخه دا ده چې تاسو د خپل خوښې وخت مطابق کې کولی شئ. زموږ پروګرام کې بزنس انفارمیشن ټیکنالوجي پروګرامینګ پروجیکټ مینجمنټ او نور ګڼ شمېر کورسونه شامل دي. زموږ مقصد په نړۍ کې هر چاته د معیاري تعلیم ترلاسه کولو موقع ورکول دي. د نورو معلوماتو لپاره وزټ کړئ زموږ ویب سایټ amedfs.com یا کال وکړئ